Good evening. The time is now 6:45. I'd like to call this Town of Plainfield Special Pension Board meeting to order and ask that we do a roll call.
Art Gagnon.
Kevin Cunningham.
Peggy Laurie.
Dean Gorman.
And I have not heard from the Board of Ed Chair, so, okay. First item for the meeting is for approval of the minutes for the Special Pension Board meeting dated March 25th. You should have those minutes in your packet.
I didn't accept the minutes, but all I got was pension. I make a motion we approve the minutes from March 25th, 2024.
Motion.
A second.
Motion is made in a second. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Item D, new business, to consider an act on pension distributions as requested. The first one in your packet should state Judy Beausoleil from the Board of Education as the secretary. Date of hire. There's kind of an older date. Date of hire is September 10th of 1987, so Judy has served the town of Plainfield in the capacity of secretary for 36, almost 37 years. Definitely want to thank Judy for her service to the town of Plainfield. She is requesting a pension payout for a monthly payout of $1,876.51, starting and commencing on July 1, 2024.
Make a motion to approve the pension for Judy Beausoleil, $1,876.51 a month, starting 1 July 24.
Now second it.
Any other discussion other than thanking Judy for her service? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. And the other one is Kyle Collins, who had also started in 1996. 27 and a half years of service to the town of Plainfield in multiple capacities: IT support, assistant building inspector. He's looking for a payout request monthly for $2,037.65, starting August 1st, 2024.
I'll make a motion we approve the pension of Kyle Collins in the amount of $2,037.65 starting on August 1st.
Hey, could you amend that? His name is Don.
Yeah,
Oh, that's true, yes. His name is Don Kyle Collins Jr. I'm reading off the front page, not off the proper documents.
So if you could amend it.
I want it, yes, I'd like to amend it for the name of Don Kyle Collins Jr.
Okay.
I'll second that.
Motion that's been amended in a second.
Thank you, Art.
Any other discussion? And again, thank you, Mr. Collins, for your years of service. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
So the pension board, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
The time is 6:49. Good evening. The time is now 7 p.m. I'd like to call this Town of Plainfield Board of Selectmen meeting to order for July 22nd. Ask you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. And roll call.
Art Gagnon.
Kevin Cunningham.
Peggy Laurie.
And there is an adjustment that needs to be made to item C. It should say, approve the meeting minutes from the Board of Selectmen meetings from 6:24 and a special Board of Selectmen meeting from 6:26.
Under new business, under number 2, the motion and the second should be reversed. Peggy made the motion, I seconded it. And item 7 should have been added. The motion, I seconded it. And then item 7 was added.
So our motion to the agenda, item 7, to put the 2 ordinances to a town meeting. It was seconded by Peggy, all in favor, and then the item 7 was motion to a town meeting for July 15th by Art and seconded by Peggy. That's the corrections you want to have in that one?
So I have that as number 6. Was there a number 7 as well?
No,
No, it's number 7.
number 6.
Number 6 was town meeting to appropriate $300,000 to undertake.
Interroyal. That was number 6.
Yep.
Number 7 would be to add the ordinance 141, 142 to the town meeting. And a motion, Peg seconded to put it on the agenda. And then I motioned, Peg seconded to move it forward.
To July 15th.
Yes. Those 2 changes, I make a motion to approve the meeting minutes for June 24.
And I'll second it.
And I'll make a motion to approve the meeting minutes.
So personally, just all in favor?
Aye.
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 You got aye at first.
26?
I'll make a motion to approve the meeting minutes for June 24.
And I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right. With that, we can go into item D, which is public comment. Anybody here from the public wishes to address the board at this time? Okay. We don't have any old business, so we go into new business. Item 1, discuss and act on awarding the RFP for information technology for fiscal year 2024-25. We've received 2 under new business. It's also very difficult because you're trying to put in hardware and software together to try to figure out what you're putting in for support on our needs. I do appreciate the fact that there were 2 groups that came forward and put something forward. We had a P3 Tech, and we had RFP from the Protocol Networks. I can tell you that as the meeting started, I just got a message from P3 Tech. So he said that they can meet 99% of the requirements out of the gate, but again, he couldn't make it tonight. So we do have the staffing here from P3 Tech. So if you have any questions, this would be the time to bring those forward.
So these are check and protocol.
Yep,
No,
protocol's here.
Protocol's
2
here?
representatives from
Okay.
protocol right here.
The P3 check.
P3 Tech could not meet.
Okay, but they can only meet 99% of our requirements?
Correct.
I mean, how much percentage do you guys?
100%.
So just people can understand what we're doing is we put an RFP out. We do according to our procurement policy. It's a little different than if you're looking for purchased items. This is a service, and this service does not require us to go to a sealed bid. So that's why I came in like this. Did have some quick questions. If you don't mind, you can step to the microphone so we can hear appropriately. Just give us your name and.
Adam Wilson?
Okay, Adam. Kyle Collins had mentioned something about you would be able to help support if you were some hardware purchase that you could do. Could you give a quick explanation of that?
I think, yeah.
We have a service, absolutely.
Yep.
Was there something specific?
Yeah, I think he was mentioning something like 7 computers.
Oh, yeah, we said we would donate 7 computers.
Okay. And those are mainly for town hall or police or a combination?
I think it's
Combo.
up to you, really.
Yep.
So up to us on where we want those computers to go, you're not picking about what they detail?
I'm sorry to put you on the spot like that, but it was something that Kyle mentioned to me that you would do that. So
Yeah.
How long have you been in business?
Since 2000,
How many employees do you employ?
just under 50.
And you're local?
I am. I've lived here since 2014.
How many long-term employees do you have since 2000?
A lot.
Guesstimation, 20%, 10%?
I would say 50%.
50%?
Yeah.
That's a good number.
Todd, how long have you been here?
I've been here 11.
How many years?
One question on the simplified pricing sheet that you have.
Yes, sir.
On the second part, annual program fees. It has the service would be 93,000. Then under that, it says current engineering services, 51,840. What is
Yeah,
that?
that's the contract we currently have with the town.
So you're currently part of our IT?
We currently run all of your IT.
So then we're going to add to it.
Yes, sir. So with Kyle leaving, that's the delta.
Will that change if we get an IT?
we're not going to go that way. We're not going to go in-house. This is the alternative to that.
You should.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to go in-house with IT anymore. It's too broad and too multifaceted for, like, to have Kyle. Kyle was wonderful while he was here. But as you can see with CrowdStrike right now, you really need some multiple personalities. As I thought.
We've supported the town since I moved in. I met Kyle, actually.
So you're going to be doing all the hookups and everything?
Yes, sir.
For all the computers, everything?
Yes, sir.
So,
Anything he was doing,
Right.
you'll take.
So in-house staffing, you'll be coming up a couple days a week to be in-house.
It's a couple days a week, and we have to just decide when we sit down with you guys to figure out the schedules.
all right, so your current contract is for how much?
It's on the,
It's 50s, it's in the
50
50s somewhere.
now?
I don't, it's on that.
Yeah, I got it. So would that be bumping it up to 93 or
No, it's an
93
addition.
plus? So that's
It's an
total.
addition.
if you take a look at that
Additional, so
page,
it's 140 something.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
so their current is 51, they're offering 93,
right.
so the grand total will be 145.
Yeah, so that was just my question, to make sure that was correct.
Yes, ma'am.
So if someone has trouble IT in the town hall, police department, or all of the monthly things we do, would we be able to call you for that problem?
Yes, we have 24/7 help desk where you or the PD can call in, and we can walk through issues, and then when we need somebody desk side, right, because we have to plug something in physically, or there'll be probably 2 days a week where we'll have somebody on site.
So if the PD had a problem at 2 in the morning,
Okay?
you're there, but what if you can fix it over?
Over the phone, yeah.
Yeah, if you could.
So if we couldn't, and it was an emergency, we would have to send somebody out.
Okay. That's my question, you'd be available
Yes, ma'am.
for stuff that's, I
Yes,
mean,
ma'am.
Most of the services, they can ghost in,
Yeah.
they can see what's going on. Sometimes you have to physically,
sometimes you gotta unplug the damn thing.
Yes, ma'am. We do that now.
Yes.
So, just that Kyle's the one that would.
He was your point person.
Yeah, he's the one, he's the hands that we would send to the site to physically move stuff if we had to.
Right, so if someone had trouble with their email, would they go to you or you?
well, the email should come to both of us, because that way I know that there's an issue, but that should also go to
It should go to
which
us.
protocol or whomever, but they would go to them.
Okay. And they would be setting up new hires, emails and stuff like that?
Everything.
Okay. Well, like that.
Question for you, then, P3 Technologies, is this the part that they wouldn't offer?
Did they say what the 1% was?
He didn't say.
Okay, so we don't have any offer as far as
Well,
engineering
No,
from that?
So we have one company sitting in front of us that can offer 100%. We got one company that just texted our selectmen saying they can only do 99%, can't make it tonight.
It's okay, they have.
No, I know, I'm
Asking
sorry.
because I wanted
It's
to
just-
know if they were offering engineering services.
so that would be separate. Just the
Because
support
you're looking at a
services.
difference of 93 to 145,000. If P3 Technologies was offering that at the 93,000.
Oh, I see what you're asking, okay. So you were asking if they were gonna offer the
If
same
that was
thing at
included.
143, I got it.
I think what we're looking at is doing the process annually, and seeing if there's other companies that are able to. But you also, I mean, they've been here for how many years now?
At least 10.
10. So you have the ins and outs of what's going on per building. It's a great positive. You do want to offer it up to other companies to see if they would be able to come in, but the downside to that is two issues in my mind. They're not familiar with what you're doing right now. And they also have to have clearance because they're working within the police department. So while there's a lot of companies that may qualify, there's some that wouldn't. So I think that, we're starting it this way. We thought that we would have somebody in-house possibly. We had budgeted a certain number for it. Obviously, this comes underneath that budgeted number, so there is some savings. Not a lot, but there is some savings.
Quite good.
And you get a number of
Quite good.
yeah,
111 or 110.
Yeah,
To this.
that'd be great.
and you get a lot of expertise from a lot of different people there. And they're already familiar with our operation.
And selfishly, I must say that I lived here for 10 years and I live 5 miles away, so.
We were through the fun times of the ransomware, so
That's right.
if you want to call it fun.
Done with me?
Thank you.
I do have one question, I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
Through the ransom fiasco that we had, how, we were down a while, and it was a lot to build back. Can you make sure that don't happen? I know you can't guarantee me, I got you, but
We're doing our best.
Yeah.
The ransomware started because of somebody clicking on something
Yeah.
that they shouldn't have clicked on. Not much you can do about that except education, which we do, right? We do educate, we have, the town has a program that we'll be administering now, Kyle was administering before, and it sends fake emails to everybody in the town, and then when they click on it, it yells at them.
You have a software company that you work with, or, because right now we're using KnowBe4.
Yeah, no before is they're the one.
Yep. Because if you can administrate the KnowBe4 process, it would be very helpful.
Yeah, absolutely, we can.
We just don't have time for it.
Yeah, we haven't done it because it's not in our scope now, but it will be.
Okay.
Thank you.
So then my only other question is for your fees.
Which we already paid for.
Right.
Yep.
So it's just the 93.
Yep. So if the motion includes that number. Yep.
Make a motion to award the information technology to Protocol Networks for $93,729.
92.
It's a pretty good.
92.
93.
Now you had the right, the last two numbers were transposed.
Huh?
93,792.
That's what I said. You just tell me. Oh.
You said 29.
It's okay.
Oh, I did write it
That's
down,
why I
sorry.
let
Yep.
you do this.
Two. Now I got you.
Yeah.
So it's not 92,000. I'll amend my motion to award the information technology bid to Protocol Networks for $93,792.
And I'll second it.
Any other, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Item number 3, we have 2 applicants because we have 2 openings. This is for discuss and act on appointment of openings on the Ethics Commission. You see in your packet there are 2 letters. I know we have at least one applicant here. Your name is?
Jeremy,
Thank you. Okay. So you have a letter through email process of intent. Carolyn has her little bio there that helps out, so you at least know a little bit about Carolyn. The same thing with Janice.
I've known Geraldine for 20 years,
Like she's 23, so it's
23 years. I can definitely vouch, she was down at the Ramsfield forever with her son AJ. She would be an excellent addition to the Ethics Commission.
Questions, comments?
Art, you met me once or twice.
So, you know,
You just met me once or twice.
I have. You understand what the Ethics Commission is about? Hey, we could really use you on conservation. Yeah.
Carolyn, run.
Is that a 2-for-1 vote?
You know what, I'm gonna go canvas for you and get you somebody.
I do appreciate the fact that we're all looking for each other to help out with these boards, because, you know, there's not everybody wants to come to meetings and wants to go to events and things like that, so I appreciate the fact that you put your name forward, very much. We just get conservation. All right, so we have 2 applicants in front of you. I wanted to know what your pleasure is at this point.
As far as Janice McMasters is concerned, she lived here for 46 years. Huh?
I think you've met her before.
I've met her. I've met her a couple of times. I just can't vouch for her like I do.
Oh,
you.
yeah.
I mean, I don't have that ability
No,
right now.
just
So,
wanted to make sure you knew in your head.
yeah, no, I know who she is. I mean, I think it's a great idea we're getting people to the Ethics Commission. Do we make this motion together or something?
You can do it any way you want to do it, doesn't
We can
matter.
do it together? Okay, I make a motion that we appoint Geraldine Gagnon and Janice McMasters to the Ethics Commission.
I'll second.
Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
You'll get a letter, and the letter will state thank you. We'll also state that all you have to do at this point is go to the town clerk, get sworn in, and you'll get some paperwork. So thank you.
Or if you have mail or email.
It's going to go by mail. This time, I'd like to ask that we motion on 2 items onto the agenda. One is to motion the donation request as item number 3, and the second will be the motion to accept the training report by the Land Use Board's item number 4.
Make a motion to add item 3 and 4 to the agenda.
Motion's been made. All second.
Second, I'm sorry.
Sorry, Peg, you want to? Okay. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
I'm sorry, what's number 4?
Item number 3 is donation request, and item number 4 is to accept the training report for land use boards. And we'll go through item 3. There was an event that was recently held here. You have a copy of what our donation policy is. We have the report, which is by the finance director. Mission 22 is the donee to be paid. All we're doing at this point is accepting the fact that they're going to do donations, and that it was documented by our town finance department. They had an event. They had credit card registrations of $3,000. They had a bunch of baskets for raffling. So they also had to pay for the police for that day. So they are going to be looking for $25.86.40 with a donation, I guess, to Mission 22.
What is Mission 22?
That is a veterans, I think the actual term they use.
Only because I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I can look at it quickly, but they did the same thing last year for that, and also for the coffee house. There's also the 2 places they donated to.
No, that was the...
That was the run.
That was the 3 local veterans groups. They donated to Chief Invasion, I don't know which one.
I mean, I know what the Jeep Invasion is. I've been there, got that.
That is Veterans Suicide Awareness.
Okay.
Make a motion to approve the request for disbursement of donation funds to Mission 22 in the amount of $2,586.40.
And I'll second it.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item number 4. So there is a new public act which we're now acting on, which is Public Act 21-29. All members of land uses such as Planning and Zoning Commission and Zoning Board of Appeals must complete at least 4 hours of their training through the approval of OPM. There's a list of different classes they can take. Most of them are online, so you can do that. You have a list in front of you. On one page is the Planning and Zoning and their hours, and the other page is for Zoning Board of Appeals. The only requirement is that the Selectmen see it, approve it, move on.
And there's no compliance necessary?
They have to have it used by a certain date. You'll see in the policy for Connecticut Public Act 21-29, they have until complete the training by 1/1/24, but this is into a new year now, so it's another full
Well,
year.
a lot of them are expired on 12/31, 12/23. On the first page, there's quite a few that have expired. 3 of them that expired on 12/23 of last year, and then on the second page, the same, 12/31 and 23, but I mean, one of these aren't,
There's a new year that they have to start.
so they have 1 year from the date they were appointed or
Mhm.
they're elected. But again, if they don't do it, you don't,
There's no,
there's no,
we're accepting the fact that you gave us a report. That's all
okay,
I have.
that's what a question is. I'm like, you asked me.
Make a motion to accept the report.
And I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Anything for other? Just make sure that I didn't have anything further back here. Nope.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
And I'll second it. There you go, Gerald.
Motion's been made in a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
7:24.
You would get to tell something.